Welcome back. You're watching Left, Right and Centre. Now on to our other big debate tonight. The Chhattisgarh government has finally ordered a judicial probe into the controversial anti-Naxal encounter that took place last week, in which 19 people were killed. It was celebrated as a major victory against Maoists until accusations emerged that innocent tribals, including women and children, were killed in firing by security forces. The Home Minister has strongly defended the CRPF, calling it a genuine encounter, though he said he's sorry if any innocents were killed. But his own party has taken him on. The Congress, in an internal report, has on one hand blamed the BJP state government and on the other slammed the firing and the killing of those people.
Blame the Chhattisgarh government for not collecting the proper information through their intelligence.
Bullet is gender blind, bullet is age blind. Whose bullet, what, how it happened? No, it is not like a surgical strike.
And hidden beneath the layers of controversy and blame game is a tragic story of the children who were caught in the crossfire, who are living their lives on the edge, never quite far from the bullet. NDTV's Srinivasan Jain reports.
In a hospital ward in Bijapur, Ramesh cannot hold back the tears. The wound from the bullet that grazed his shoulder has healed. His sister Parvati, whose arm was fractured during the firing, is also on the mend. The tears now come not so much from pain, but from wanting to return home. Home is the village of Koteguda, where life, even prior to the encounter, is lived on the edge. School जाते हो?
घर में काम करते हैं। घर में काम करता हूँ। हमारा पिताजी छोटा सा मैं मर गया 2 साल हो रहा है मर के।
पिताजी मर गए। घर पे काम करते हो? The police is non-committal on their future. They have not been formally arrested, but are under constant watch. तो आपका ये जो नक्सल लोग हैं, दादा लोग हैं, उनसे कोई लेना देना नहीं?
नहीं है।
बिल्कुल कुछ भी नहीं। आपको भी घर जाना है अभी?
हाँ।
In a hospital ward in Jagdalpur, an even younger survivor of the encounter faces an even greater isolation. Chotu Hapka was shot through the knee, a far more grievous wound, which is why police say they brought him here, 7 hours away from his home in Sarkeguda. One reason perhaps why he has received no visitors from when he came. As much as their wounds, the conflicting views from the children of what exactly happened that night only underline how even the very young are not protected from the risks and pressures of life in the conflict zone. With camera person Anand Malepu and Neha Masi, Srinivasan Jain in Jagdalpur for NDTV.
And as we focus on the politics over this encounter, is this harming the fight against Maoists? Joining us in this segment, we have Professor Har Gopal, who is a well-known interlocutor with the Maoists, and we have Mr. Prakash Singh, the former Director General of the BSF as well. Let me first ask Renuka Chaudhary, though, that there are clear differences between your party and your Home Minister on how this encounter has played out. The Congress has even called it a fake encounter in Chhattisgarh, whereas the Home Minister has strongly been defending it.
Nidhi, I think we have to tread cautiously. There's no yes and no and black and white answer in such situations. Number one, fighting the Maoists or trying to integrate them into mainstream, rehabilitating the Maoists has been a long drawn out process. Time and again we have had course corrections and we have learnt from national and international treaties that we signed as to how to go about it. We haven't been able to resolve the issues. There is no condoning any innocent who is caught in the crossfire and dies. But unfortunately, that is something even the Maoists have to account for, not just the government, Now, for people, it is your perception. I come from a district which shares a border with Chhattisgarh. We have 232 kilometers of shared borders, and every time something happens in Chhattisgarh, there's a reverse migration of Maoists into my own district. where a lot of innocents are hurt sometimes. Farmers are threatened because Maoists go and sit in the night in the farmer's house and demand food because they need to be fed. Now, the minute the farmer doesn't report to the police, there are no secrets in villages. He's investigated. If he does report to the police, then he's traumatized by the Maoists.
But what about the political blame game?
We cannot politicize such things. That's
but
why
it is politicized.
when we do bring in NSC and we say the states go back and say, oh, it's our federal rights and you're stepping on our rights, and then they turn around and say, now you clear up this mess for us. So it is a bit of a tightrope walk.
It has become politicized. I mean,
unfortunately,
your party sent a
the Home
fact-finding team
Minister
there
is
which
on
blamed the
record where
Chhattisgarh
he has unconditionally apologized if any innocent has been hit. And yes, if you're seeing the children who are injured, my heart goes out. This is not something this is not fighting Maoism. All right, getting children involved is not Maoism. But we must get down to the facts, the hard facts, and understand why this happened. What was the role of the state government? What is the information or disinformation that they have put out? And is there going to be no accountability from them? Never mind the Congress.
Isn't that politics there right away?
No, what is the politics? You don't want us to transgress on your rights as a state government. You claim you are completely federal and you should be consulted every time you want to hem and haw about Maoists. You are not able to contain your internal Maoist situation. You want help from the center and then blame us for it. So it's a no-win situation.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app, fully optimized for retina display, full screen view, faster response time, and Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.